You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Is Korea generating a fundable AI product archetype? And where is the B2B demand opening right now? It's Monday, June 15. Let's look at what this means for startups and entrepreneurs in Korea.
Yeah. If you are building in this space, you know the central mystery right now. Like, how do you actually survive and find those massive paydays when U.S. giants monopolize the underlying models?
Right, exactly. So for this deep dive, we are tracking shifting KOSPI sentiment today to map out a survival guide for you. We're examining 4 market signals, bridging consumer monetization, regulatory ceilings, and enterprise adoption.
Definitely. It's a critical time.
I mean, just imagine building an app so addictive it actually beats Netflix for screen time, and your main product is just a chatbot acting like a friend. That is happening right now, and it's completely rewriting the rulebook.
It really is a fascinating blueprint for survival. We're seeing incredible traction on the consumer side right now with ScatterLab. They just raised 50 billion won, so that is 36 million US dollars.
Oh, wow, that's massive.
Right. And they secured this because their AI character chat app, Zeta, generated 2025 annual revenue of 26 billion won, which is about 18.5 million US dollars.
To me, finding an AI consumer app with real operating profit is, well, it's like finding a startup unicorn that actually pays rent.
Yeah, it's incredibly rare.
And Zeta ranked first in Japan's entertainment category for usage time in April, actually beating Netflix. But here is what I don't get.
What's that?
Well, if an American company releases a smarter, faster model tomorrow, shouldn't Zeta's users just jump ship? I mean, is emotional engagement really a stronger moat than pure technical capability?
You would think so, yeah. But the user behavior actually proves the opposite. Zeta's Japanese users average 4 hours of daily engagement.
4 hours? Wait, really?
I know, it's wild.
Yeah.
Mechanically, the app isn't just a basic prompt and response tool. It is engineered to build a persistent, memory-rich, emotional relationship over time.
So it actually remembers the user.
Exactly. When a user spends hundreds of hours forming a bond, sharing inside jokes, and building a narrative with an AI character, the psychological switching cost becomes astronomical. They won't just abandon their friend because the competitor's model processes queries half a second faster.
That makes total sense. So Zeta proves the consumer mode is emotional, not technical. But relying purely on teenagers chatting with AI isn't, a whole macro strategy.
No, definitely not.
To see where the guaranteed macro-level recurring revenue is, we have to look at demographics. The global age tech market hit $800 billion US dollars in 2025 and is projected to reach $1.8 trillion US dollars by 2034.
That is a huge leap.
Right. And NeverCloud's care call service has already scaled to 50,000 users, doing exactly this, using AI for elderly care check-ins.
And what's crucial here is the mechanism of how they scale. This establishes a highly replicable government contract entry model.
Which is the holy grail for B2B.
Oh, absolutely. CareCall didn't just grow domestically. They validated the platform locally and then exported it by launching commercial services in Izumo City, Japan. Wow, okay.
Yeah, it proves that if you can solve the demographic crisis of an aging population, well, foreign municipalities will gladly hand you long-term contracts.
Wait, but exporting and scaling globally isn't exactly a frictionless process anymore. If you're a founder right now, the regulatory ceiling should have you sweating.
Oh, for sure. Things are changing fast.
Because the U.S. government just issued export controls, blocking non-U.S. nationals from Anthropic's new models merely 3 days after launch. Are they essentially pulling the ladder up on global founders?
It raises an incredibly important question because it shifts the entire global paradigm. Historically, export controls targeted the hardware like the actual semiconductor chips.
Right, physical assets.
Exactly. But this marks the first time U.S. controls have targeted an AI model itself. The U.S. is essentially treating the software layer as critical infrastructure.
Which changes the game completely.
Yeah. So for founders, regulatory risk has moved from the physical data center directly into the product layer, which means relying entirely on unrestricted U.S. API access sounds like a suicide mission. I mean, the U.S. could just flip a switch and kill your product.
Very easily, yes.
Unless you have a buyer who demands localized internal models.
Is that why we are seeing massive conglomerates, the cable pouring money into local AI?
That is exactly the reason.
Because LG CNS, Samsung SDS, and SKAX all launched logistics task forces in the past 60 days. Meanwhile, the SK chairman just mandated 1 AI agent per employee across their businesses. Are cable procurement mandates the ultimate cheat code for B2B startups?
They absolutely are, because they solve the hardest puzzle in B2B sales, creating a guaranteed deep-pocketed buyer.
Right.
When an enterprise like SK mandates AI agent adoption, or when system integrators commit to automated warehouses, they bypass the struggle of finding product-market fit entirely.
So the market is just built in.
Exactly.
Okay.
The underlying logic is operational efficiency at scale. They need secure, locally controlled systems, meaning the checkbooks are wide open right now for startups building workflow solutions and robotics integrations. So with all of this moving so fast, how do founders actually navigate this minefield?
The actionable entry points right now are consumer AI apps, enterprise AI agents for chaebol workflow, and B2B robotics integration for automated warehouses. To survive, founders must establish a regulatory floor by building a contingency layer, such as on-premise options or model-agnostic architectures, rather than relying on unrestricted U.S. API access. Recovering the Zeta monetization point proves the winning archetype demands high-frequency emotional engagement coupled with a subscription-tolerant, unified Japan-Korea market strategy before touching the U.S.
It leaves you pondering if the next major tech IPO will come from an AI company that makes you completely forget you're talking to a machine. That's today's AI Prism, Founders. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is one IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.